Just give me a 3, 2, 1.
Live.
And good evening, Bobcat Nation. Welcome back to another special edition of the Bobcat Blitz, where tonight history is being made. I have not announced a regional game in many, many, many years. We are here at the Preserve girls soccer hosting Durant in our quarterfinals or semis? Quarterfinals. We're also going to go back to our Zoom when they're done their analysis. We're going to have Coach Tillman with the girls basketball. We'll have a wrap up of how their season went and what they're looking for. So not only are we here at the Preserve, we got John Rawlings back at the Zoom studio. John, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm so excited. Earlier today, I snuck a soccer game in on my computer at work. We had a big Champions League game. I'm like, it's time for soccer, man. I got the pros. I got the semi-pros. We're all good to go tonight. I've got some special guests tonight here. They're going to get here first. They get warmed up. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Come on in, Coach. Here we go. Can you see her okay?
Absolutely. She can come forward some.
Yeah, come forward. There you go. Go ahead, Coach. Who are you, Coach? You got to tell everybody. I know who you are. Who are you, Coach?
Morgan Hamer, and I have Malia here with me tonight.
Come on over, Malia. We know Malia from cross country. So how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, it's your first time on here for soccer.
Yeah.
All right. So tell everybody you got Durant tonight. You came in a little short on the district thing. That's okay. You've had almost 2 weeks, I believe, to get ready. What have you all been working on as a team? Make sure you're about that close here.
We've been working on passing in the movement without the ball and transitioning.
Right.
Oh, transitioning.
That helps. Go ahead.
We've been working on the movement with the ball and transitioning. And so we don't have another mistake like we did with Riverview.
Yeah, well, we won't talk about the negative. That was a goofy thing to see. It's a rare thing. That's okay. So you're taking on Durant. Have you played him before at all? I don't recall this being might be the first time. And John, we're actually taking this high school on 3 times this week. Today, the girls here, boys at Durant for 2 soccer games. And Thursday, the boys basketball has to go to Durant. So we don't know how that regional happened. It's one of those crazy seeding things that us old people, we've talked about so many times. We don't like the seeding, how it works. We're powerless to stop FHSA. But this time it went to our favor because what seed are we, Coach?
We're the second seed.
Second seed. So if the other side loses, we can also theoretically host the regional semifinal?
Yeah.
Semifinal.
Friday
Here. Wow, that'd be awesome. So you've had 2 weeks off. How's the injury report? Let's talk about that one.
We don't have any injuries.
No hamstrings, no.
Maybe a little bit of soreness, but that's it.
Yeah. So what do you think as a student here? Excitement around the stadium? Has the school talked about it at all?
Not really.
No, let's just say yes. We're all in for it. Well, I wanted to get Coach Morgan on here for quite some time. We're going to get you on later on with your husband. Our first coach, John, she not only does she coach for soccer, but her husband coaches for American football. And I believe they both work on the campus here. Yeah. I can't remember it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to embarrass her even more. I knew her when she was Miss Wilder, so that's how long it's been. And I knew her dad as well through volleyball. So it's a big local sports family. So I'm glad you got on here. We'll get you more on there. So, Coach Morgan, how did you like your JV season this year? What did you think about it?
I think we had a good improvement this year. Coming in, I think we ended right at 500. So we had some ups in our tournament. We beat Liquid Ranch, which is a huge win for us.
Yeah.
And then we went down with Venice, but that's all right. They won the tournament. So
that was for those who weren't listening, they had a JV tournament, kind of like an unofficial playoff. I think it's a great thing to have for the JV squad. Did you have that? Were you coaching last year?
No, I did not coach last year.
Oh.
I took a break with the babies and then came back this year.
Excellent. You going to come back again next year?
Yep.
Excellent. Excellent. Fantastic. What was the hardest thing about you coaching, teaching, parenting? How do you find the balance on all that? What would you do for that?
I think Nick and I definitely working together helps. So when he's in season, I definitely take on more. And then when I'm in season, he takes on a lot too. So
awesome.
It definitely helps. Awesome.
We're going to let Coach have us. I got one more coming on in here. Come on, Ms. Gregoire. Let's get you in here. Come on. Get the players in here. Go ahead and introduce yourself, grade level, and what do you play for us?
My name is Gianna Gregoire.
They need to speak up, and they need to come closer.
Come closer. There we go. A little louder.
Can we say it again?
Sure. Yeah, I heard you.
Make sure you speak up.
And I play in the midfield, and I'm a junior this year.
Is that better, John?
Yeah, that was better. She's a junior.
A junior. I thought you got out of that.
Her voice was just a little quiet when she talked about her name. So Go ahead real quick, because this is a great opportunity for you to learn. Go ahead and project really loud and say the whole thing again.
Like you're angry. They just tripped you and they didn't get a yellow card for it.
My name is Gianna Gregoire, and I'm a junior, and I play in the midfield.
Awesome.
Did that work? Did that work?
Yeah, that's better.
How
Go
about mine?
ahead.
Is mine working better?
Yes.
Let's try. Let's watch it out. See if this works. They should both be the same. Go ahead. So, you got the game. What did you do for preparation for this week? What would you see differently, or maybe you did something the same? What would you like that was a little better than the last couple of weeks? Because it's regional importance now. So.
Well, we worked a lot on our shape, and we just kind of like worked on pressing and playing sharper and building out of the back and stuff like that.
Does that sound better, John?
Yes.
Okay, good. Right.
She can even project louder if she.
You can even see how loud I am. I'm used to talking. I can't hear myself. So I got to talk loud. So we since early, there's no injuries issues for the night.
I don't believe so. No,
good.
I think we're all feeling pretty good.
Have you seen any film about Durant? Did you get a chance to see any? Or are they not sharing?
No.
They don't. They don't share. Oh, did you guys are you able to scout them out at all of any kind?
Yeah, we know some of the players.
I know some of the players I play club with. Well, one. I don't know who else is on that team, but I've seen a few girls I know from Tampa.
How's their style play? Did you ever be able to hear anything at all?
I'm not sure. She said that it should be a pretty good game, so I don't know.
So it's gonna be a surprise scouting report here.
Yeah.
How's the weather treating you guys tonight? You gonna be able to handle this?
It's pretty cold. I won't lie. And it's starting to get windy, so hopefully it doesn't get too cold because I don't like playing in the cold.
Well, last time I saw these young ladies, the field to me from the press box looked really slick. There's a little bit of moisture in the air. It's a lot more dry today. Did you notice that last game? That ball was just sliding through all over the place. The passes were all over. I could tell. I don't know if you could feel it or not, but yeah. So you excited about this region? When's the last time girls soccer's had a regional at this stadium? I can't find it anywhere. I don't know if we've ever done this.
Maybe 2 years
You did have
ago
one here. Yeah? How'd that go? So we're gonna get a chance to break history. Coach is shaking.
I don't think we ever won one.
I don't.
Regional game.
So this could be
the
the
semifinals.
To the semifinals and regions.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was against Venice. It wasn't the best game.
So there you go. So you could be historic, win that game tonight, take on the Friday opponent. If the Newsom side loses, is that the right what I'm hearing?
Would be the winner of
Harbor.
Are they underneath your district or underneath your seating?
They're in our bracket.
So we would host.
Oh, regardless. Oh, I'm sorry. So they will host Friday if they win tonight. Oh, that's huge. All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna let you get going here. You want to say anything to your family and friends? We don't want to keep you too long on your warm-ups.
Excited to be here.
Well, look, I'm gonna pan out. The crowd is looking pretty empty. We need you to come out here tonight. It's a 7 p.m. kickoff. Chance to see history. They also have concession stands over at the baseball field. Some fusion Caribbean kind of thing. Looks really good. So we'd love to have you out here. Be part of history tonight. It's not that cold. I don't have a jacket on. I'm doing all right. So, but I burn hot. But hey, I'm so excited. I can't wait to announce tonight's game. What little I announced for soccer. I'm going to have Coach Gregoire come in here if that's okay. Ladies, thank you very much. Best of luck to you. All right, I'm going to step over here, Coach. You want to come in? You done?
Sure.
It's up to you.
I'll just pop over.
All right. Here you go. Get the seats. I'm pretty loud.
All right.
John, you got any questions before I start asking these guys some stuff here? Can you hear us, John?
Hello.
What is going on? He's off. He had a problem here. All right, I guess we're still online. I'm gonna keep talking then. I think it's like. So in case you can't, if you still hear us, I don't know if you can or not. We also have a couple things going on this week. So tonight we already talked about the Durant games, both here and at Durant. Girls and boys. John, you back on? Can you hear us the whole time?
Yes.
All right. We also have to give shout out to the girls wrestling team. Has got their regionals, and we have 4 young ladies going to the state level of weightlifting. They're going to go to Lakeland, and that's going to be, I believe, Saturday. So I keep telling everybody, winter sports this year at Northport High has been absolutely nonstop winning. It's been wonderful to see. I think it's been our best year if you add up our fall sports as well, between cross country, swimming, football. I think overall athletically, I think this has been our best year. So, Coach Gregoire, we've had you on before. You're not a stranger to district and regional playoffs. You've been there before. What have you seen with this team? Same, different than years past? What have you told them? Hey guys, this is how you're gonna prepare the stress, to handle the stress. What would you tell them this week?
Yeah, I think go home. It's win or go home kind of situation now, and yeah, we've been preparing for the season, and I think the girls are ready. We're a pretty consistent team throughout the year, so I think that favors us.
You had, how many seniors are on this team right now?
Not that many. Five, I believe.
5. They've been up to helping out with their leadership. Are they calm down, guys? We got this. I never saw in your team any kind of panic, even though we lost that last game. I never saw this getting people yelling at each other or getting frustrated. So it's been nice to see that.
Yeah, this team is together. There's no eyes here. The kids are playing for each other, and hopefully they play for the seniors tonight. Because realistically it could be the last game.
And no one wants the last time.
Hey, Sean.
Good. So
go ahead, John.
Has this team met and exceeded expectations?
Question is, have you met and exceeded expectations, or you still got ways to go?
Yeah, I think. Anytime you can, go into the playoffs and get to the regionals, it's good. We lost a huge goal scorer last year in Sierra Sparks, so to fill that void was, a big ask, and I think we've done it collectively. So again,
and to correct everybody, she's at the collegiate level as well. So you had a collegiate level score, say goodbye, and this team just keeps on going.
And so
go ahead, John.
To follow up with him though, when you lose an asset like that and graduation, how have you filled the void, and what have you done to coach the team through it?
Do you hear that? Yeah.
Yeah, I think our the system of play we play, we've actually experimented with a bunch this year. We played 3 in the back in order to get a little bit more offensive punch, and depending on the opponent, we've been switching back and forth, and I think we've decided here on out we're gonna play a 4-3-3. I think it benefits us. The strengths of the players. So
for all the non-soccer people out there, 4-3-3. That's the formation type. We got 4 in the back.
4 in the midfield.
Imagine 3 lines. Imagine 3 parallel lines, kind of. It never finishes that way, but it starts that way.
3 up top. So last year we had. I don't think we played 3 up top. I think we played 2. I think we've compensated for the loss of Sierra with the extra forward.
Excellent. How's your goalie feeling?
Hopefully
is Autumn playing?
I believe so. Yeah, she'll get the start, and we had some, so I thought, to be honest, a soft goal last week, but those happen. Like you said, the field was slick, so ball bounce is different every time, and hopefully she's sharp and she can make the saves that will push us through over the top.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna let Coach Gregoire go. I'm gonna talk to Morgan some more. Hang on a second. Coach, I want to thank you for coming out. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mark. Thank you. All right, John, I'm going to talk to Ms. Morgan here a little bit longer because she's a teacher as well. She used to do student government as well. She's done a little bit of everything for us here at the school. Not that I want to cut Gregoire off, but yeah. So how are you liking being a teacher on campus with coaching? Did you always want to do that? Was that just kind of they asked you to do it, or?
It was something I've always wanted to do. Yeah. So right from the beginning, I was like, okay, I want to be a part of SGA and I want to coach. And so I jumped right into it.
The same year or different years? Because that's too much. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got in coaching first, and I started volunteering, and then the next year I got a position, and then SGA that following year. So yeah.
That's too much. Oh my goodness.
So I still help with that with SGA now. Sophomore class of high school.
Oh, you are? Yeah. Oh, you still are? Oh, okay, gotcha. I know Miss Kinker, the basketball mom, is freshman.
Yes.
So we've got all these parents. I know your kids don't play yet, but they're going to get there eventually, hopefully. Mm-hmm. So, wow. So JV, you're helping out with varsity as well?
Yep.
Moral support, or do you actually do field work with them?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
It's kind of a really good relationship with the girls, so I think kind of being that support system for them, and then I step in when I need to.
And for the listeners out there, we have 3 male coaches, so it's nice to have one of your own. Kind of just it's a different dynamic.
Yes.
It's a different way of conversations, a little bit different, and all 3 coaches are dads.
Yes, they
of
are.
Players on this team, so that's got to be really. Yeah.
I know.
you can't cuss in front of your dad.
Yeah.
So I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm
glad they do a really good job of keeping it professional.
Of course.
Yeah.
By the time they get to this level, they've already gone through years and years of elite level soccer on the club side, the travel ball side. So.
And it's nice because even on the club side, they've coached some of these girls when they were younger. So they've seen them all through.
So you don't see this crazy screaming dad coaches like the old days?
No.
I don't think you can do that anymore.
No.
Or does it get you out of the classes? Are you going to ever work with the Fusion, or that's a little too much?
I think it's a little too much for me right now. Just because I am still helping out with SGA in here, and just want to make sure that I can put my time in where I need to be.
I declined the Fusion thing too because I just had too much going on. Because that is a whole level of commitment I just don't have the time for. But it's a great organization. Yes. Want to get your kids started. Many of our players tonight.
Oh yeah.
I would say quite a bit came from the Fusion Club. Before high school. We're going to get the Fusion on later on when the season's over. I'll try to get them on later too and try to encourage their partnership. So what are you feeling about tonight? What are you looking? You see the girls? I'll let you go on this question.
I think they're excited. I think the last game really kind of hurt.
But a loss can be a very powerful, motivating, and a teaching.
And they were like, okay, we didn't get the district, but we want the regional. They have going into tonight. The hard part is, like I said, we haven't really seen them. Durant.
That is so strange because most of those sports have film that they, like a gentleman's agreement, they'll pass this back and forth.
So we don't really have that on them. We know a little bit. One of their girls up top pretty quick. So just kind of know that aspect of it. And our defense is strong enough to hold them.
You're number 7, number 2, number 9 back then. Been watched. So, well, Miss, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna get you on later on. I appreciate you coming on tonight. The best of luck. I will be in the press box in a few minutes on there. Right. Take care now.
Bye.
See ya. That was Miss Morgan. I forgot her. Hamer. I keep wanting to call her. So, John, that was for tonight. We've got regional soccer here. Again, girls starting at 7. Still not seeing the crowd filling, but they tend to be a little late anyway, so I'm not too worried about that.
No doubt.
Yeah. We also have, real quick, before we get Coach Tillman on here, baseball has their preseason game. They're taking on Lemon Bay. They actually have a concession truck for the preseason game, which I've never seen before. So if you come out to the game, you can walk on down, just another 100 yards. You walk down there and you can get yourself some really nice. They got like Puerto Rican, American, Peruvian kind of blend there. They got hamburgers as well. They got traditional stuff as well if you want that. So they're going to have, I was told by one of the parents, they're going to have a food truck at every single home baseball game. So it's none of that cold pizza and chips thing. So
very cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm really excited. We're going to start announcing that. It depends. Okay, so depends on Thursday, guys. I put a post out a few days yesterday, John. It was, do you all want to have a watch party for Thursday night's boys regional basketball game at Beef O'Brady's? They've been kind enough to let us have that screen again. But I got to have the numbers, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to go out there just for 4 people. So I put a thing there. There's about 5 votes, yes. One of them was my vote. So I need more than that. You got till tomorrow to let me know because I gotta make the call. Because if I don't do the watch party, I'm going to announce the preseason game for baseball. So I'm kind of waiting for you guys, the fans, to let us know. Do you want that watch party on the big screen at Beef O'Brady's, your official home of the Bobcat Blitz? All right. I don't know if Coach Tillman's on there yet. I can't.
He is 100%.
So we like to have a tradition when the season is over. After you have a few days to, think about it. We like to have you come on and give us a review of what you had going on the season. What are you looking forward to next season? All that good stuff. So, Coach Tillman, welcome to the show. It's been a while.
Thank you. How you doing?
Well, I'm actually getting cold. I didn't know it was going to be cold tonight, but beautiful night out here. So we got you on Zoom. Couldn't get you in the gym in time, but so you had a young team.
Yes.
I've already mentioned this before. No senior night because you had no seniors. So how was this year's experience for you in terms of developing the young players, getting them ready for next year? And what good did you see? Maybe some of the bad you saw, but they're young, so we're going to chalk that up for you. So how was your season overall? What would you, when you went into the season versus what you came out of it? Did you like where your direction's going? Things like that.
I'm definitely like where the direction is going. Going into the season and the schedule that I made, I really thought that we were going to have a better season. Okay. But we end up running into a lot of teams that are more experienced than we are, where they rely on their seniors. But my freshmen and my sophomores, it was a learning curve for them this season.
But you also had some really good freshmen, though.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, my two freshmen and my sophomores, they were really the backbone and the catalyst of the team this year.
Yeah. So do they like their season? Did they put a lot of high level pressure there?
You know, with the type of team we have, it has some ups and downs. A little more downs than ups, but you know, we had some highlights with the win over Lehigh during the districts. That was a pretty good high. Of course, the Key West trip was a good high. So you know, we got some quality wins this past season, and you know, we had 17 losses, but 8 of those 17 we definitely could have won.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you feel the year it has been to this point? Do you feel like the effort is there with the team?
Yeah, the effort is definitely there. You know, you got to understand, especially with the freshmen, they're used to playing 8 games over in the middle school, and then to come in and play 27, sometimes 3 games a week. You know, you'll get good quarters. I'll get about a good 5 quarters of basketball, and then I'll get, you know, 4 not so good quarters or 6 not so good quarters. So it was definitely an up and down season. You know, they do play hard. I give them that. Right now is the IQ of the game that they're not understanding at this point.
So what's your regimen for bringing their IQ up and yet trying to create that winning environment?
So being that, you know, we're still young, we're going to get over that. We're going to go over that this summer and spring. So starting on the 19th, we're back in the gym twice a week. And we're going to work on different skills and you know, different aspects of the game. And then starting in March, we're going to be playing twice a month in tournaments, probably in like the Orlando area. And, you know, everything that we've learned during practices twice a week, we're going to incorporate that into the spring and summer tournaments that we end up playing. Those tournaments, you know, I could care less. You know, they give trophies for the winners. It'd be nice to win, but I want to use those as learning experiences. So when season come around in November, then it's not much of a culture shock. Is actually they understand what myself and my coaching staff are looking for from them.
Sean, do you have anything?
Oh, I was getting near. I was watching the rest go by here. Sorry. Yeah, Coach Tillman. Now your season's over here with the high school level. I thought I saw somewhere the youth level. I thought you were still doing something as well now, you know, in the next couple of weeks. Do you have something going on with like the middle school age group or something like that? I thought I saw an email for that.
Yeah. So what we're doing is, you know, we're going to start working with the elementary school kids, the middle school kids, along with the high school kids. And like I was just saying, we're going to come in twice a week, starting on the 19th, and getting in some good workouts, basketball workouts, or physical workouts. And then, you know, like I said, starting in March, we're going to start playing in some tournaments and just incorporating what we learned during the week.
Is it too late for them to sign up for your leagues, or are they already filled up?
No. It's not too late. Everyone could just come on out to the cage February 19th at 5:30, and we'll be in there working out from 5:30 to 7:30. And that's going to be every Monday and Wednesday till the end of school at least.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. Make sure you text me that information. I'll post that tomorrow when I get a chance.
Absolutely.
How much is it? Is it a pay league? Is it
just there's going to be a price attached to it. The amount as of right now, I don't know yet. Okay. It really depends on the amount of young ladies that come out.
Gotcha. All right. And what's the youngest that can come out there for that division?
I'm looking for some 4th graders because I got a little one who's ready to play right now. So I don't know if you've seen her running around at the game.
Is she gonna play? Yeah.
Yeah, she's ready to go.
That's fantastic. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've got a niece over at Woodland with Dale Huffman's group, so I don't know if she's going to come out or not. She's a little nervous about grades. I'm like, come on out, at least try to work out a little bit. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm looking to, get the next wave of Lady Bobcats, get them to know me and get them to know my coaching staff, because one of the problems, what happens when they come into high school is, they're scared to try out. You know what I mean? And
Correct.
the first words they say is, "Oh, I'm scared," or "I'm nervous," or "I may want to take a year off," or, whatever excuse that they give me. So I'd rather, get them now so I can build a rapport, so my coaching staff can build a rapport. So, by the time they get to high school, they're a lot more comfortable and ready to come out and try out and play and things of that nature.
Gotcha. Is Coach Denard helping with that? Do you have other coaches in town?
Oh yeah,
Give a shout
Coach
out to?
Denard, Coach P, Coach G, Coach Kelly over at Woodland, who's Dale Huffman's assistant.
Yes, I know her very well. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm
One of our
getting some help.
alumni players, if I remember correctly. Coach
Yes,
Kelly.
yes, she is.
Right.
Yes, she is. Yep.
I can't believe she's a mother. I think she's got a kid coming up the ranks. She looks like she's still a high school kid. I'm like, what?
Yeah, her daughter's pretty good too. So I'm looking forward into getting her into the program.
Excellent.
Well, when you've been around the programs long enough, a lot of these kids come back and they've got kids at that point. That's also the scary part for us older guys.
Yeah, I'm sure, sometime down the line I'll be experiencing that also.
Oh, it's going to be fast. Oh, Coach, it's going to be here before you know it. She'll be graduating in no time, man.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Speaking of graduating, I put a nice post up for Amani Jefferson, one of your past players. I was able to catch that article. She just got her 1,000 point not too long ago, and her team, Florida Gulf Coast, man, they're not messing around. 12 wins in a row, something like that, as of last week.
Yeah.
Undefeated in the A-Sun Conference, which is, that's not a small conference. That's a pretty important conference.
Right.
So I got to give a shout out to Monty. I don't know if she watched the show or not. Good job on that. I still have yet to see her play. I don't know if it's her senior year or not, but I want to get down there before the season's over.
Yeah, she still has another year of eligibility. So we usually go down. If we don't have nothing going on, we usually try to catch Saturday games and go down and check her out. Tickets are a very great price.
Oh, it's very affordable. It's like $10-$20, something like that. Yeah. And that's a March Madness level team right there.
Right. And it's not a bad seat in the house. So it's good to go down and see her. We brought the team down early in the season to come see her. And that's a yearly trip that we take with the girls. We bring them down to FGCU and just getting them the feel of college basketball and letting them know that, this is not far out of reach. If you work hard and dial in, you have the opportunity to play at the next level. So just letting the girls know that there's, college players, they put their shoes on the same way you do, but they just work harder, so if they want to get into that realm, they know what they need to do.
Right. She ever come back and talk to the girls at all? You ever a little pep talk
when she gets a chance, she usually comes up around Christmas time. Excellent. And she'll come in and work out with the girls, get some shots up, and just pull them to the side and let them know what it takes to get there to that next level.
Can you pull some connections and get her on our show next time she does that?
Yeah, definitely.
I'd love to interview her. I actually had her as a student one time. Believe it or not, she won't admit it, but I had her a long time ago. It feels like. So I'd love to have her on the show. We're always looking for alumni, especially specific to that sports season. So that's fantastic. Absolutely. Guys, I hate to do this to you, but I have to get going soon here. Before I go, though, I do want to ask more questions, and you can answer while I'm off air here. Again, folks, I'm here at the Preserve here at Northport High School with the ladies Bobcats soccer program. They still are not done with their season quite yet. They're taking on Durant. It's a regional game. The boys are also taking on Durant. You can catch the link to that game. I found the streaming service. They're doing the NFHS site. That is verified. I made sure it was legit. It's on our website as well. You go to our posting on there. I'll show you how to get to that game. It's $12 a month, however, and you can cancel when you're done. I think Team One Sports is a little bit cheaper per game. I think it's like $5 per game. And you'll catch this game out here if you're too cold to come out here. But we need you out here, guys. This is a regional game. Winners taking on the regional semi on Friday here at home. If we can pull this off, we really got to have you come out here. Not very often we get to host a regional game, then I get to announce it. So love it. So Coach Tillman, before I get going, You had a junior we interviewed. I forgot her name. It's like a Van something name.
Van Salisbury.
That's it. Yes, that's Salisbury. Lovely young lady. They had mentioned how her grades have gone up because of the team work she's doing, and I know all the grades are like pretty much 4 point somethings and beyond. Is that still the case? Are we going to see the girls compete for the academic trophy like the cross country girls? They won the whole state of Florida on that one.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think there's a little competition there.
Yeah, so I was talking with Coach. It's funny you asked that. I was talking with Coach Miller last week, and we were looking at the GPA. So as a team, we're sitting at a 3.7. So we entered that. So we're hoping that that'll get us enough to get the academic trophy.
What? That's can you imagine if we pull 2 of those off in the same year?
Yeah, that'll be pretty awesome.
And there's like hundreds of schools out there that you're going up against. That's amazing. So,
yeah.
So I got to ask you, Coach, because I'm going to leave on this thought here. Funky district seating and all that. Your district next year is going to be the same, do you think? And you change it to your district?
If I was a betting man, I would say it'll be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like this secret equation that anybody knows how it works? Are you okay with how it is? I know they do strength of schedule and opponents' records and all that, but it's weird that we can't see how it's calculated.
Yeah, it's a lot of flaws in it. I think at the end of the day, it really boils down to your record. So, we'll see. I foresee us having a better record next year. So I think, I can't do no changes about it. So we're just going to have to roll with it and see what happens.
There you go. Well, John, you can put me on mute. I'm going to keep the video going so you can see the stadium preparation. Coach, I appreciate you coming out tonight for our basketball wrap-up here. And I look forward to seeing how you do next year, and we'll get the girls on again for preseason as well, especially the rising freshmen. They're now going to be sophomores. That's fantastic. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to put me on mute here, okay? I'll see you.
All right.
See you guys.
So, Coach Tillman, you've got the year finished up, right?
Yes.
And you're working on the warm up for next year.
Yes.
So you kind of gave the overview of the plan, but what do you have the girls do all summer long other than the constructive things that you do as a team, as a unit? Are there more things that you kind of push them to do?
So this summer is going to be about being together, just building a team, a sisterhood atmosphere. A lot of these girls are really starting to get to know each other. And, if you notice sometime especially in female sports, there's always like cliques, there's always a group of girls over here and a group of girls over there. We're just trying, my coaching staff and I, we're just trying to, keep them all on one unit. So we're going to be spending a lot of time together this summer, just doing fun things and, incorporating basketball into that also. I know a couple of girls also have jobs, so they're going to be working also. So it's just going to be a lot of moving parts, a lot of balancing going on with the team this year. And also, trying to get to know the next wave of incoming freshmen also.
Fantastic. You've got you've got some young girls. Where do you see leadership coming in?
Right now, the leadership are coming in from the freshmen and the sophomores. They're kind of stuck in a situation right now to where they want to lead, but then it's like, oh, I'm a freshman. I don't know if anyone's going to listen to me, or a sophomore. I want to lead, but I don't know if anyone want to listen.
Pretty good.
So we're getting them to a point to where they everyone has a voice. We listen to everyone's opinion, and then whichever is the best decision, then we'll go from there. I'm the coach. I get the final say anyway, but that's part of the IQ thing I was mentioning earlier that are kind of there right now, and that kind of played into few of the losses that we had this season that we should have won. And if we were a little more experienced, a little bit more leadership role, we probably would have won those games.
Well, and I heard you say something that we hear more at I think in the collegiate level, the sisterhood, the brotherhood.
Right.
Can you kind of talk about I think the importance of that sisterhood or brotherhood within our school and what the school is actually focusing on doing to really create that environment?
Yeah. So, by changing the culture, started at the top with Coach Miller, Dr. Pelopita, as we talked about earlier in the winter season. Just everyone being on the same page, everyone, coming out, supporting each other, not placing blame on everyone, each other. And, it's all about accountability, and I had a conversation with the girls mid-season, and, it's kind of weird because, I had some parents, wanted me to yell and scream, and some parents wanted to calm down. So, you got to find a happy medium, and um, just holding the girls accountable for their actions seems like the best way of doing that. And with that being said, if player A holds player B accountable, or player B holds player C accountable, then everyone understands and knows that it's not a bashing of sorts, but you can build that sisterhood right there, and everyone can take constructive criticism. And once they do that, then we'll all be on the same page.
How many seniors did we have this year?
None.
Wow. That had to be tough.
It is. So last year, I graduated 6, and 5 out of the 6 was able to go on and play basketball at the collegiate level. Now, my 3 returning varsity players got no minutes last year. If they did, it was probably 5-6 minutes a game, if that. So coming into this season is pretty much a brand new varsity team. So there's no definitive leader or on a team, So a lot of that, generated, it showed on the court, and it generated some losses that shouldn't have happened. But I think as we go along, you'll start to see the change in the attitudes of some of the young ladies.
Well, and it's really important to engage that way when you lose that many seniors.
Yes.
But trying to this year's challenge to try to find leadership without the sisterhood.
Right.
That had to be a challenge for you as a coach.
Yeah. So it was a little bit of challenge to find a leadership. So the sisterhood thing is starting to work, starting to work its way in a little more. I think I asked too much of my freshmen, and at times I had to remember that they're freshmen. So I think now, as the years go on, they'll understand more. I mean, even, certain lingo that we use during the games, or certain rules of the games, like some of the girls didn't know. And I thought that they knew that, you know what I mean? So it was definitely, it's definitely one of my most challenging times as a head coach.
Well, and those are also good to recognize.
Yeah.
Because it's going to make you a stronger coach in the future, because you're going to be able to blend those two together now. When this group becomes, I'll put it this way: how many juniors do you have on this team?
3.
So you'll have 3 seniors next year. And
yes.
Anyone,
Yes, 3 seniors next year.
So 3 seniors, and anybody you might pick up along the way,
right,
that might be a senior. But you've for sure locked yourself into 3 seniors. But that gives you and I hear collegiate teams talk about this all the time too. is that they try to have a good rotation. Sometimes you're blessed with that good mix of players, and other times, like last year, where you had 6, you don't feel bad for having 6, but then to realize, you're limiting the playtime of others because you've got 6 seniors who are trying to get you to a destination. True, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So what happened to me last year is probably going to happen to me again in 2 years, because I have 5 sophomores now. So when my sophomores become seniors, it's probably going to happen again. But my freshmen are pretty good, and I have a couple of pretty good freshmen coming in next year also. So, coming down the line, the next couple of years are looking very promising for me.
And that blend of experienced talent and young talent that has the hunger to want to take positions. That's a good thing to have too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's our youth programs like in Northport, and how are you connecting with the youth programs?
So we used to have, there used to be Northport youth basketball, but that kind of went away after Hurricane Ian had,
and that's because we still don't have the gym across the street, right?
Correct. So I know Teddy D's, he's putting together a youth league now. And on top of that, I'm looking to get some young kids, from 4th grade on up, young ladies, to come in and learn the game of basketball, and hopefully put together a spring summer team for that age group also, just so I can insert myself into the youngsters. And this way, as they coming up, as they come to games and, see me out in Publix or whatever have you, hey, Coach Curtis, how you doing? And, just building, you know what I mean? I kind of stepped away from that the past couple of years. And I want to get back to that this coming season.
Kind of funny that you say that stuff. There's a grind that comes with having to do that and staying steady at the helm. And you can get burnt out. And whether you want to admit burnout or not, that's a whole different thing. But when you're steady at the grind and you're the head coach of the basketball team, that's a huge commitment that people don't realize.
Yeah.
How many hours a week are you at the school extra from? And I know there's a stipend, but let's all be honest. The stipend is pennies on the dollar for the commitment that the coaches have for each and every sport that we have at the high school. And that goes across the board to any high school that's out there. These coaches are not, we're not NIL driven in high school yet. Maybe there'll be a day that we're NIL driven, but we're not. But the stipend is one thing, but how many hours extra do you put in a week as a coach of basketball? And let's keep it simple for you during season.
Wow. I would say if I had to put a number on it, it's at least an extra 12 hours a week, 12 to 14 hours a week. That has to go with basketball, because
on top of the 40 hours.
On top of the 40 hours of working at the school, yes.
Yeah.
Because, like we'll have a practice or we'll have a game, and then it's, once I get home, it's watching film, uploading stats, anything that has to do with basketball, I'm in it, I'm dialed into it. And I do get burnt out at times, and usually I take time to myself, like now after season, I'm giving myself from season end till the 19th. So I figure that's about 2 weeks. And then I take probably another week or 2 off in July just to decompress and get back into it. Cause I know if I don't take, the time to decompress and get my mind right, then I'm gonna end up falling out of love with it, and I'm not going to be able to give my all to the girls. You know what I mean? So I take my time off to myself and just I don't talk basketball. I don't look at stats. I don't. Sometimes I watch basketball, but I just try to stay away from it as much as I can for 2 weeks.
That's awesome. I 12 hours extra doesn't sound like a whole lot, but I'm almost going to say that you've underestimated, because 12 hours a week is engagement at the school, pretty simple. Yeah. But the extra hours that you're putting in, whether it be going through Publix or Home Depot or Walmart and having an hour-long conversation, and I know that happens to each and every coach throughout their week, let alone the fact that you're going to go home, get yourself a meal, talk to the loved ones a little bit, and then go look at film. That those are all time frames that we really don't calculate in. Mm-hmm. So where's our parent group for the girls basketball team, and how are they helping you build the sisterhood?
It's non-existent right now.
Isn't that an important thing for people to know?
It is. It is. It is. Help from the parents, but it's a very it's a very slippery slope as far as that question goes. Um, you know, sometimes there's a lot of jealousy and envy off certain players, and then the conversation at home, goes left, and then the parent gets upset. I have a very good friend of mine who coaches in the area. It's non-existent at his school, and he really gets battered down by parents. So it's tough. It's tough. But between myself and my coaching staff, we take it upon ourselves to try to build that bond. Now I get it. Certain kids or certain players are not going to like certain players for whatever reason that may be. But at the end of the day,
that happens on any team, doesn't it?
Excuse me?
I think that happens on any team.
Yeah. But, at the end of the day, we always say you have to respect the player. Yeah. And I think once, if I'm, looking at it now, a lot of the girls respect each other. So that's a good start. We had a little bump in the road mid-season, but I think it was more of a misunderstanding more than anything else. And once we sat down and had a conversation together, and once we realized it was a misunderstanding, then everything was just fine.
That's awesome. Well, it takes all these things at different levels to grow. And listen, we are a young school, young programs, and we have a lot of battles that we face that others don't face. We have a lot of players that get pulled to other programs, whether it be south of us or north of us, and that happens to just about every sport out there. But building that culture and having parents help build that culture, it's what the retention is for, isn't it?
Yeah. But then you get situations to where, and this goes for all sports, parents don't feel that their kid is getting the proper amount of playing time or whatever have you. So now they leave and go off to, like you said, a school north of us or south of us, instead of just, buying in and going with the grind of the program.
Well, and playing time is one thing, but if you're riding the bench somewhere else because you're wanting to be a part of a winning program, you're still riding the bench.
Correct.
So I always wonder sometimes if some of the players that up and left there, and I say this with all due respect to everyone, but they leave their hometown school and they go on to do sports at another school. They've lost their hometown support. They don't have the support of that school that they were part of because they're not part of the fabric of the community. And on top of that, there's something to be said about making the program better. And I've watched a lot of our players go on and get college degrees and get scholarships and get through school and do the grind that they would have to do even if they went to the other school. It's the same outcome. Yep. The only difference is, man, there's some quality of person that seems to be lacking when you don't understand committing to the build. Right. Is something that even a collegiate coach looks at. Yep. Because that means you're going to stick with their program. You're going to stick with the grind of what they're doing. And we don't talk about that stuff enough. And we don't talk about those stories, but I wish that we could get, maybe you do have someone that is at the collegiate level coaching or even assistant coach that would come on and talk about that value. And talk about why that is important for the next level, that they pay attention, 100% to the skill set, but you can have all the skills in the world. And if you have this chip on your shoulder that you're just better than everybody else, there's a lot of programs that they might take you, but they're scared to death of it. Right. And do you have any connections like that you have that you could possibly bring on to talk about it?
Possibly. Coach Cruz over at New College up in Sarasota, Bradenton, new school that opened up. That's a NAIA. It's possible in this free time I can get him on and have a conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, because we could do this kind of a remote thing. And I just think it would be kind of cool to hear some connections on what the collegiate level is looking for in the athletes. So even, your girls could go back and review this and say, you know what, if we just focus in, here's what we got to do. And these are the goals that the collegiate coaches are looking for.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, listen, I don't mean to keep you any longer. We've stayed on quite a bit, and I've enjoyed the conversation because we don't get to do this very often. No. But no matter what, we're behind you, and I'd love to have you back on. So keep us posted on what's going on in the summertime.
Yeah, I sure will.
All right, brother. Well, have a good night. Okay.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Thanks everybody for listening in. This is John Rawlings with Bobcat Blitz. And if by chance we had some glitches out there with the software, if it says something else and it doesn't say Bobcat Blitz on the narrative, that's because two shows kind of got cranked in at the same time, and I'm not sure why they blended. So I've got some technology issues that happened, but I apologize for the mix up, and please join us next week. And we'll be live, I think, from Beef O'Brady's in Northport, who we appreciate deeply for letting us be part of their restaurant, part of their profile to get this information out. And they're a huge supporter of Northport High School athletics and the Bobcat Blitz. So thanks very much. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye now.
Good night.
Thanks, buddy.